Broadcaster Daisy McAndrew and former MP David Mellor clashed on Good Morning Britain as they discussed ex-Chancellor Sajid Javid's remarks about increasing pay for MPs. As they talked over each other to get their points across, ITV viewers branded the interview a car crash. David argued, this back-of-the-envelope nonsense about having the number of MPs and doubling the salary, this is something that must have taken him all but 20 seconds to think up. It's not a serious contribution to thought. As Daisy later interjected, she was cut off by the former cabinet member. "I'm taking my life in my hands here by putting forward such an unpopular view, but I have always been of the opinion, particularly since things like the expenses scandal, like Cash for Questions, that if the best of our young people really are going to be attracted into politics, and I don't think a lot of them are at the moment, then politics should give them some sort of equitable salary to law, finance, business." Don't miss. GMB star speaks out after being accused of breaking the law on live TV. Latest, she continued, these days all the really young graduates are going into tech, not just because of the money, partly because they can see that that's a very exciting job to go into, but I do think that politics has lost its shine. And the public have lost faith in politicians, and I think if there were fewer, I wouldn't say half the number of MPs, but if there were fewer, we could certainly do with considerably fewer members of the House of Lords, but that's another argument. I do think that the pay should go and we would stop seeing, 86. David interrupted, adding, do you earn more than £86,000 a year? Daisy finished her sentence, continuing, politicians fiddling their expenses. The pair continued to talk over each other during the clash, which came as Javid claimed MPs' salaries are partly why so many are quitting, and also to blame for a lack of talent among some ministers. Mr. Javid argued that it would be better to have the number of MPs and double the salaries. Good Morning viewers weren't impressed by the debate, with Twitter user @P_Delore fuming, what a car crash of an interview, continual talking over each other is so irritating. @RaverGenX added, Daisy can't let anyone speak. To which @P_Delore responded, Mellor was no better, just ended up as noise. Tory men really can't help themselves talking over women. #GMB, @Persimone shared. @Jemkin posted, Daisy was the car crash, screeching over everyone. @ScottRuth tweeted, this country is a joke shop. #GMB, while @Asphalt_world added, if she doesn't believe we can have good, high-caliber MPs without paying them a lot more than they currently earn, ask her if any nurses are good, high-caliber nurses who are all on a wage I assume she believes is far too little for them to be any good. #GMB. @Ukan_Davy penned, hate to say this but I agree with David Mellor @GMB. #GMB. Good Morning Britain airs weekdays from 6 a.m. on ITV.